Greetings. Y'all look so good. My skin is glowing. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Y'all had an impromptu hiatus, but it was divinely timed. I took some time off during the Mercury retrograde to go within. Stay tuned for more information on that. I am bringing us in by cleansing their energy with my sage. Happy marvelous money making Monday. I am Simone, Shepherdess, and I was taught that when you get, you give. When you learn, you teach. I'm here to preach, and y'all finna get this word. So y'all know Mondays we do our mirror work, or we state our mantras, or our affirmations, whatever you need to do to pour into yourself, doing that shadow work, doing again the inner work to become the best you can be. Y'all been gone so long. We're about to double cleanse the energy. Next, I'm about to cleanse the energy with 4 chimes with my chime bell. The 4 chimes represent me cleansing the energy of water, fire, air, and earth. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Today I'm going to be reciting my affirmations while holding my tiger's eye and some lavender. Okay, y'all. So since I left in the middle of us balancing our solar plexus chakra, I am going to, because I think I left, it was like the 21st, so almost 2 weeks left in April when I left. No, actually it was 7 days, 9 days, a week and some days. So we're going to just finish off May, continuing to work on our solar plexus chakra as well. What initiated my hiatus and the continuation of me wanting or needing to sit in this chakra a little longer was in the midst of, because I started and I was like, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Like, I wrapped up on one day and I was like, I'll see y'all tomorrow, and like I didn't come back. Because like after that, my last time I went live, I got up, gathered all my stuff, got ready to like bring it back to my office, and I tried to carry too much, and everything fell to the point where I broke another fucking sound bowl. My heart broke. But I couldn't be mad at anybody but myself, and I took it as the universe telling me that you're carrying too much. You're carrying too much, and you're not asking for assistance, because Quentin was right there with me, and I was like, I'm asking for help. But then I was like, nah, because he might drop something. And what the fuck did I do? I dropped it and I broke it. Like, I literally dropped everything out of cars, and I couldn't be mad at anyone at myself, but all I kept hearing is, you're carrying too much. The image that immediately popped in my head was the 10 of Wands. If you're not familiar with tarot, go and Google what the 10 of Wands look like. But I felt like the 10 of Wands. So I was like, okay, let me regroup. Let me recuperate. Let me reevaluate. And I realized that also that my solar plexus chakra is not balanced. I deduce that it is easy for me to be assertive or confident or standing in my power when it comes to a stranger or someone that I have not been intimate with. And when I say intimate, I don't mean physically, but the essence of vulnerability with people. So the people that have gotten to experience vulnerable moments with me, or gotten to know not just the surface Simone, but the inner Simone, to know who I really am, or how I show up for people. I was not as confident or as assertive with them because of a soft spot I had for them. And those are the people that walk over you. Those are the people that do not respect the boundaries that you put in place. Those are the people that are draining your cup. Those are the people that you're constantly pouring out of from your cup. And it's like, no matter who it is, they have to get the overflow. And that was something that I had to come to realization about. I'm like, I'm telling myself that I'm confident. I feel like I show up as my most confident self. However, why do I feel so powerless in certain environments around certain people? And I deduce that it is the people that get the most of me. So I had to sit in it. And so the major thing for this Mercury retrograde for me has been forgiveness. And it's not forgiveness. I know we have spoke on forgiving others for ourselves, even if you aren't forgiving them directly, indirectly, with our fire letters, with our pros and cons lists, whatever you do to need to forgive somebody else for it, not to harbor within your spirit. I was harboring shit about myself. This season has been about me forgiving myself. This hiatus has been about me releasing the guilt, releasing the regret, releasing the resentment. Yeah. So that has been my focus. Forgiving me, y'all. So let's get into our y'all know what, I'm gonna give y'all my mantra again that I wrote, because it is just so good to me. But then we're gonna also do some our affirmations. I ain't wrote down the affirmations for this yet. How? Oh, I do. They right there. Okay. So first we're gonna do the mantra. So y'all borrow what I've written. I hope it inspires you to write your own, so it resonates to you deeply and effectively. While you are saying this or repeating this, look in your camera on your phone, look in your fucking reflection in the window, look in the mirror, and as you are saying it, I want you to believe it. So we know that our solar plexus chakra is rooted in our power. How we show up for ourselves, how we show up for others, how we are sticking to our boundaries, being assertive, and not assertive in a egoistic way, but assertive in a self-fulfilled or self-loving way. If everybody is utilizing everything within you, what will you have for you? Keep in mind that everybody is supposed to get your overflow. Whatever is trickling off the sides of the rim of your cup, we should not be pouring directly from our cups. So the affirmative statement that is associated with balancing our solar plexus chakra is solar plexus is I do or I act. So the mantra. Today, I honor the power within me. I will accomplish all my tasks easily and effortlessly. I trust that my soul has a plan even when I can't see it completely. I know that everything is unfolding as it is meant to be. I accept myself unconditionally. I release the need to be in control of anyone other than me. I am a powerful being and the divine creator of my reality. My history does not define me, and I will not settle for anything that is beneath me. I am enough. I have always been enough. I will always be enough. Each and every day I show up authentically, courageously, and confidently. That is why today I honor the power that is within me. Every time I read that, it just do something to my soul, girl. Okay, some affirmations. I do enough. I do enough. I am enough. I am confident. I act intentionally. I act lovingly. I am a powerful being. I am bright as the sun. I am motivated. I am in control of my life. I honor myself and my needs. I act authentically. I am worthy. I am successful. I am safe. I am present. I am grounded. I am assertive. Oh. I am stress-free. I release control. I love myself. I love myself. Oh, man. I honor myself. I praise myself. I pour into myself. I am healed. I am divinely guided. I am the light. I shine so bright. Ashe. Greetings. Mommy needs you to go use the potty. I need to go pee. We live. We back in this thing. Mama recording. So the journal prompt for today is, what do I need to forgive myself for? What do I need to forgive myself for? Again, we speak all the time about forgiving others, even for ourselves, but when was the last time you forgave yourself about something? I realized that I'm not able to show up as my authentic self in every single environment, in every single interaction, because I harbor on to resentment, regret, guilt, sometimes hatred, depending on the person. And not even depending on the person, depending on the situation, me having those emotions towards myself. When things have ended or did not go my way, 9 times out of 10, I'm blaming myself, because that's the only person that I can control in any given situation. My reaction, the way I act, the vibe I give off, my intentions, my tone, my tenor. And I was like, damn, I saw those red flags. Damn, I shouldn't have did that. Damn, I shouldn't have interacted with this person. Damn, I just being hard on myself. And we don't realize that a lot of times, most times, we compartmentalize, meaning that we talked about you showing up as your authentic self no matter the situation, the environment, interaction. And a lot of times, most times, we aren't doing that. You're a different person at work. You're a different person with your friends. You're a different person with your children. And of course, those interactions are meant to be intimately different, meaning I'm not going to hug and kiss on my coworker the way I hug and kiss on my child. However, we changing our tones, we changing the way we communicate, the words we're utilizing to communicate, versus you just being you. We switcheroo. Where was I going with it? Cairo, go use the potty, please. Compartmentalizing. So what I realized for me is when you compartmentalize, so if I have an interaction at home before I go to work and it's still bothering me, I compartmentalize. If I have an interaction with somebody that my mom, my sister, my dad, my brother, somebody that's close to you, but you don't feel comfortable or you aren't able to release it before you go into work, before you go interact with other people outside of that situation, you bury it, you compartmentalize it. And we do this for years and years on end, and that's how we get those hidden traumas, those buried traumas, those generational traumas, because we aren't able to be assertive in every situation, and then we bury shit and it piles up. What I realize is when you compartmentalize, yeah, you put it on the back burner, but a lot of times we forget that it's back there because we just pile so much shit on top of it that now we have our chakras unbalanced. Now we are out of harmony. Now we are timid or overly aggressive, just depending on where you are in this season. We put it in a compartment. And for me, I realized the compartments I have been putting it in is these base chakras. My root chakra, my solar plexus chakra, my sacral chakra. And I realized that I hold all of that within my gut, within my stomach. I've been working on losing weight, and I'm like, damn, I'm losing weight here, and this is toning up here, but what is going on with my stomach? And I'm realizing that that's where I harbor all of my emotions. It's in my gut. It's in my womb. It's in my digestive system. emotionally consume. If I'm happy, if I'm sad, if I'm angry, I want food to coddle me, to comfort me. And I realized that there's no way that I can move to the upper or spiritual chakras, because we know the three I just gave you, the root, the solar, and the sacral, are all part of our base chakras. These are part of our, once these are balanced, our foundation, our root. Yeah, you got the root chakra, but all three work together as the root of us. If you are unhealed, it makes no sense for us to try and work on your spirit if you are unhealed physically. So meaning that physically you got to be able to be like, okay, it's time for me to get my mind right. It's time for me to start addressing things, looking into things in order for you to align with your spirit. So I'm like, it makes no sense for me to move on to the heart, to the throat, and up and up. And I'm noticing that I have this disharmony with this chakra. So yeah, stop compartmentalizing. Stop putting stuff on the back burner, even if it is not you venting or speaking to someone outside of you, but you going within and addressing it yourself, analyzing it yourself. Okay, this happened. This is how I'm learning to move forward. This is the lesson that was in that. But I forgive me. And again, that has been the major thing while I've been away, is me forgiving myself for everything, for the heartbreaks, for the backstabbing, and the regrets I might have. I forgive myself for that, and I have accepted that everything that I have experienced has been for my greater good. It has added value. It has given me character. Even when sometimes ego tries to come to the forefront and justify a situation, it's like, well, no, because this is what I learned. This is how I grew. This is what I gained. We never gonna lose. Facts. So today, I want you to ponder on, what do I need to forgive myself for? What do I need to forgive myself for? Dig deep, y'all. It was to the point where I had to sit down with my 2-year-old self, because I was 2 and my mom and dad separated, and love on her, forgive her, accept her, pour into her. The 6 or 7-year-old me that was the start of my molestation journey, my being violated journey, I had to forgive her. I said, why didn't I tell? And it's like, Simone, do not become upset about why you didn't tell then. Just focus on, you did speak up when it was time for you to speak up. You saw the way that played out. Forgive yourself for that. Go back and hug that 6 or 7-year-old Simone. The 17-year-old Simone, I had to go and hug and love on her because I was 17 when I got pregnant with my first son. I had to go and hug and love on the Simone that was what? I think I was maybe I don't know how it was, but the Simone that was put on birth control versus us sitting down discussing what this is or how certain things happened. I forgave her because I realized that those outbursts or instances that I had as a child were cries for help. Those were cries for help. And at this point, I'm not putting blame on anyone that tried the best with what they had mentally and physically. But I am going back and loving and pouring on that Simone that had to endure those different trials. I am grateful that was my experience. I am grateful for what I've learned, and I'm grateful for how I've grown. So as you are journeying through this journal prompt today, I want you to go through your life. the memories that you remember, the major changes that happened throughout your life, how did it affect you? How did it mold you? What can you finally release from those situations? Ashe. I'm gonna pull a couple of cards. Before I do that, what I want you to do is take your arms and give yourself a hug. Give yourself a hug. Oh, show yourself some love. Show yourself some love. Affirm and believe that I love you. I love you. I love you. Every day, start your day with a hug. You don't need nothing from nobody else. Not even arms wrapped around you. You love you. You love you. I love me, y'all. I'm talking about I just been. Woo. Cairo, didn't mommy say go use the potty? Go pee. Go pee. I didn't ask you which one, baby. So the first deck I'm pulling from is my Power to Surrender deck. Y'all know it's always room to let something go. It is always room to let something go. Spirit. I'm here. Shit. We got 5 cards out. It says, surrender the ideal you can fix someone. It's time for relationships to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. His or her own healing. Surrender the ideal you can fix someone. Ashe. The only person I can control is myself. The only thing you can do is inspire someone else to heal by you healing yourself. You can't make anybody do anything. You can't make anyone become enlightened. You can't even show somebody the light. You can't even show somebody the light. Show it within the work that you're putting in to yourself. Surrender to the magic of who you are. Cara, please stop. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. That come from just being you. Also with this, Cairo, please stop. In this season, while I've been working on forgiveness, me accepting every little thing about me. Me accepting every little thing about me. My stretch marks, my stomach. Even though I'm working on losing my stomach and toning up and still losing weight, you have to accept the you. I have to accept the Simone that I currently am. Not once I lose this stomach, I'm going to start loving on me. If I get rid of these stretch marks, I'm going to be a bad thing walking. No, I'm her. I am her. Now, today, 8:40 a.m. Surrender to the magic of who you are. You are uniquely and divinely made. God made no mistakes. Even if it's listed as a disability, even if it's listed as an inconvenience in somebody's book, it was wonderfully and specially gifted to you. You were given whatever you were given to see how can you work with this, how can you utilize this for your good, how can you overcome. Surrender to the magic of who you are. Surrender to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. Every day I'm starting to wake up with today's the day. Today's the day. And in saying that, my intention is today's the day is for anything to happen. Today's the day for miracles to show up. Today's the day my life will change. Once you believe it and start living in it and making it a daily mantra, you're going to align with it. Expect the unexpected. We wake up every day trying to control everything. I'm going to leave at this time. I'm going to eat at this time. I'm going to wear this. I'm going to do this. And I've been in the season of literally going with the flow. Not having a job to wake up to go to. Not having to have a time to wake up. I wake up when I want to wake up. I wake up when I want to wake up. Granted, it's both. I try to wake up before these kids wake up in order for me to have time to pour into myself. But that's not always the case. I wake up when I want to wake up. And I am realizing that's something that I don't want to give up. I've been evaluating. I don't know, I'm kind of jumping all over the place. But while I was gone, I've been evaluating what's different about this season. Like, I have always been, in my opinion, a high vibrational person, a motivational person. Cairo, go use the potty, please. But I'm like, what is different about this season? Why do I feel unsteady, uneasy? And a light bulb went off. It's because my abundance was tied to my income. Yes, I've had seasons prior to this where I wasn't working or I didn't have a job. But this is a new season for me because of all of the responsibilities while in this season. So meaning that when I didn't have a job, however many years ago, I didn't have a house to pay a mortgage on. I didn't have 3 kids at this point to not worry about, but to care for, to nurture, to love, to provide for. And it's like the universe is stripping everything away from me, in a sense, for me to depend on it, for me to put faith in it. So I've been growing through accepting that, or do I want to accept it? Yeah, accepting that my abundance is not tied to income. Because that's been the major thing here, y'all. Yes, I'm still here in the house. More to come on that later when I get more information about that. But I haven't gone without. I go to sleep every night in my house with, depending on the temperature outside, because Atlanta be crazy as fuck with the heat or the air on or a fan running. I'm able to take a bath or a shower. I'm able to go downstairs and cook a meal. I'm able to go downstairs and watch TV. I can play on the laptop. My kids can go in their playroom. Like, I just have all these things to be grateful for. Today, I want you to remember that it is people out there that wishes for your problems, that wishes for your setback, that wishes for your setbacks. So I don't know where I was going with that again. Yeah, so it's having me to reevaluate. Okay, yeah, you want to make money, you want an income, but what does that look like for you? Because it's not a 9 to 5. Even working from home, it's not a 9 to 5. Like, it's not me getting up for a job, sitting in front of a computer all day for a job. No, I like my freedom. So maneuvering through figuring out what I want and how I want it to be set up within the near future. How do I want it to look? Like, most times we focus on what we don't want, how we don't want it to look. But now we have to be intentional about speaking specifically and intentionally about exactly what we want. So today, surrender to miracles. Surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. This is funny because another thing that I'm enjoying is spending the amount of time that I'm able to spend with my kids. I've noticed, even when I was working from home, the amount of patience, the amount of time that I had for my kids isn't the same amount of time now. Like, literally, we can wake up, and if we just want to chill on the sofa all day, pouring and loving into each other, we have the capacity to do that. But what I am noticing about myself is it's the small things that I love about these kids. The cuteness of their toes, the roundness of their nose. Like, for real, every day I look at my kids like, y'all are so handsome, y'all are so beautiful, I love y'all. I thank the universe for blessing me with y'all. I'm grateful to be on this journey with y'all. Every day, wake up with a heart of gratitude. We have spoke on it. As soon as you wake up, thank you, Most High. Thank you, universe, for giving me another chance at life. Another chance to breathe, because we know without the breath, there is no life. Thank you, God, for my surroundings, for my environment. If you are headed to a job, thank you for my income. Thank you for my transportation. Thank you for my support system. Thank you for my ups and my downs. For my ups and my downs. Find joy in the small things and living that every single day, and your life perspective will shift tremendously. Surrender fear. Let go of fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. Surrender fear. I told y'all a lot of times our focus is on what we do not want, and that's fear. I don't want that because of this. I don't want that because of that. But we are so fearful that we aren't confident enough to speak what we do want. I want a house with 37 bedrooms. Why 37 bedrooms? It doesn't fucking matter. Do you have the capacity to envision that it's possible? Do you believe that you deserve a house with 37 bedrooms? You can move 37 people in that bitch if you wanted to, but you have to be able to see it in your mind. Surrender fear. Be specific about what you want. I want a husband that's going to take care of me. I want a husband that I'll be able to take care of. I want a godly man. I want a divine man. I want a wealthy man. Physically, mentally, and spiritually wealthy. I want someone that's going to accept not only me, but everything that comes with me. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I want this type of vehicle. I want this type of job. I want this type of support system. Be specific about what you want and do it fearlessly, because you deserve it. Because you deserve it. Think as big as possible. Think so big that you question yourself on how this gonna happen, but you have so much faith that it will happen. Let's do a chakra card. Spirits, I'm there. I am clear. I'm ready to hear. What's the message the flock needs to know? Tell me so. Tell me what I need to know. So the card that fell out is rejection, and then I took out impatience because it was turned the wrong way, so it was standing out to me. Let's see what these mean. Rejection, ivory tower. They won't use me. The artist is summoned for jury duty, but they won't use him. He doesn't fit their concept of what a juror should be. He paints pictures no one understands. He lives alone. They want somebody who will put himself in the other guy's place, but he will never do that. He doesn't get mixed up with anything or anyone. They honor his individuality when they invite him, yet when he appears, they reject it by not using him. Inspiration. You don't have to be on the inside track. Be true to yourself and you will not be unhappy. Rejection is spirit's protection. Personal inquiry. Am I working with or against my environment? What is the purpose of my present solitude? Key ideas, others' approval, unsupportive environment, working alone, arrival of a teacher. Keywords include protection, exclusion, and development. During my hiatus, that is what I've been doing, developing. What stood out to me is you don't have to be on the inside track. Be true to yourself and you will not be unhappy. Every day, every situation, every environment, every interaction, you should be showing up as your most authentic self, as your most unique self. A lot of us are blending in and it is time to stand out. We are so fearful of rejection, they're not gonna You're not gonna like me if I sound like this. You're not gonna like me if I talk like this. You're not gonna like me if my hair is this color. I'm not gonna look professional if my lipstick is this color, if my nails are this long, if I do this, if I do that. And you should be able to show up as your most creative self, whatever that looks like, whatever that feels like. Stop blending in. We got impatience. When I think about you. Impatience. Electric blue moon. If I don't take care of it, it'll never happen. The legend. Ethan grows impatient waiting for dawn, so he buys a used moon. Once it is in the sky, he steps back to see his handiwork. The moon will not stay in place unless he holds the cord. Sky God assures him that dawn will come when he lets go, but Eden is fearful and grips onto the cord until he falls asleep and releases it. When he awakens, dawn has come, and the radiant light in the sky is blocked only by his used moon. Inspiration. Now is not the time to make a rushed decision. You have made your needs known. Now leave it alone. You may block something wonderful from coming to you if you are hasty. Personal inquiry. Am I jumping the gun? If I'm honest with myself, am I forcing something? Key ideas include scarcity thinking, being exhausted by your efforts, success through patience. Keywords include unfolding, revelation, and success. And I love that because we were just talking about how dreaming big, having dreams so big and speaking it out into the universe that you don't know how it's going to happen, but you're not consumed with how it's going to happen, meaning you're not worried about it. You have faith that it will happen, even though you don't know how it's going to happen. And this is saying that stop being impatient. Stop overthinking. Stop being overwhelmed. Speak it out into the universe and have faith that it's going to happen. But don't sit there worrying about it. Don't sit there being desperate for it. Because a lot of times, most times, if not all times, we push whatever we are seeking further and further away from us due to desperation. It's not coming to you because you're too desperate for it. Yeah, you might deserve it, but you worried about getting it. And that worry is triumphing. It actually aligning with you. Speak it into the universe. Have faith that it's going to come. But do not be fearful of the time span or the time frame that it takes for it to come. Oh, it's not coming. I asked God for this and he did this. I asked God. It's a sign that you still need to work on something internally. It's the season when I realized in this season, God is saying, Simone, you have to become even more faithful. Yeah, you have faith, but your faith wavers. And it wavered, I deduce, this season with the loss of my income. Y'all, I love money. I love a check, but me sitting realizing I haven't gone without nothing. I haven't gone without anything, y'all. Give thanks. I ain't going without shit. Yes. If I don't take care of it, it'll never happen. It's time to release the impatience, the desperation. Okay, let's do a little tarot to see if the message is gonna align. Secret. Give me a second, y'all. Does that mean you don't want me to do tarot? Does that mean you don't want me to do tarot? Off the shoulder today. Give me a minute. Okay. Spirits. I'm near. I'm clear. I'm ready to hear. What's the message the flock needs to know? Tell me. Tell me so. Tell me what you need to know. So we got the Ace of Wands and the Six of Cups. So let's see what these cards mean. Ace of Wands. High above a desert landscape, baking in the sun and heat, your wand burns with passion. A fire has been lit within you, and there's no putting it out. Allow this burning drive within you to push you forward into new things. Harness that creativity. It's time to go. Start this wild journey. It's time to move. It's time to move. It's time to utilize your creativity to align you with your destiny. It's time for you to show up authentically and confidently. And it's in the cards. It's telling you it's time. It's time. Then we got the Six of Cups. You're being called to embrace family and friends with kindness and compassion. Spread your love and sweetness to those you care about and nurture your connections. You might also be feeling a little nostalgic. Maybe there's something painful from your childhood that needs examining. Just don't forget to be kind to your past self. Embrace them. Y'all, what are the fucking chances that I told y'all that while I was away, I have been pouring into my childhood self, my younger Simone, different phases of Simone, past Simones, going in, loving, hugging, releasing, crying, forgiving. The universe is being clear. It is time to go within, acknowledge those past traumas and hurt, release them, and forgive yourself for them. This has nothing to do with anybody else. I don't give a fuck who was a part of the situation or the circumstance. It's about you forgiving you for you. For you. Accepting, hey, this was a part of my journey. This was a part of my growth. So how do I want to show up for that younger me? Who did I need as that younger me during that season, during that time frame, that circumstance, that situation? Go in and be that person. Love on you, forgive you. And once you start doing that and truly releasing and forgiving, you will flourish. You will flourish. Y'all, I'm glad. I'm happy to be back. Real shit. I was questioning like if I wanted to come back. Cause I don't know. I've shared with everyone that the way this is like started going and the flow of everything, this isn't what I envisioned when it first started. So where I ended up, like before I took the break, I'm like, is this what I should be doing? Am I adding value? Do I have the energy to get up every day and giving to others? Because I didn't realize how draining this was until I took a break. Because I told y'all, I don't even really like social media. I'm so used to deactivating my accounts and ghosting on everybody. But I'm like, okay, no, you made this commitment. And I kind of battle with that. And it's like, well, is your true commitment to yourself, or is it for you trying to show up for others? And I really did miss y'all. I really did miss getting up and adding value. So it's like, okay, take it day by day, and show up as much as you can. Meaning, I'm not gonna get up every day doing a full face, except sometimes your hair not gonna be done because the message is still the message. Now, if somebody get lost in appearance or anything else, then that's on them. The message ain't for them. They ain't ready yet. They're not ready yet. But I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to continue being on this journey with everyone. We are, again, still working on balancing our solar plexus chakra. Yeah, so I was about to say God willing. I don't know how people say that. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Have a beautiful, marvelous Monday. I am Simone, Shepherdess, and I was taught that when you get, you give. When you learn, you teach. I'm here to preach, and y'all finna get this word. I hope this message added value, and I'll see you tomorrow.